Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing. That's a line from The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. That line always really stuck with me as someone who suffers with sleep paralysis. It's pretty bad at times, some nights worse than others, but one night was beyond scary. I saw something that night, something evil. I can only describe it in one word: demon. I'd climbed into bed. It was a rather cold night and the wind was howling quite strong outside, rattling my windows, creating an almost tapping sound. The bed was so warm compared to the freezing cold bedroom. I fell asleep fast and woke in a panic. I couldn't move. I tried to move my arms and legs, but nothing. This wasn't my first time with sleep paralysis, but it felt so different. A strong feeling came over me. The best way I could explain it is that I had a feeling that something was coming and was about to enter the bedroom. My eyes moved around quickly, panning the room. I could only slightly make some things out as it was quite dark. Then I heard it. The sound of something dragging across the floor. The feeling got stronger and the sound got louder. I could hear it dragging its body across the floor. I saw it as it poked its head through the doorway. It looked like a man, but extremely skinny and skeletal. He had long arms with stretched out fingers, dragging into the carpet, dragging his twisted body along the floor. Coming closer and closer towards the bed, I was sweating, my eyes were watering. My body lay still and my chest became tight. It was becoming hard to breathe. He slowly reached the bed and stretched his long fingers up, digging into the mattress, pulling his face above the edge of the mattress slowly. I now could see his face. 2 yellow eyes peered at me above a thin, bony nose. His skin was cracked and burnt, his ears pointed and bent. He had 2 small horns protruding from his skull, pointing back towards his neck. His head raised a little more as I could now see his sharp, pointed teeth grinning at me through his cracked lips. His vile and evil smile painted across his face. He was breathing heavily as the air whistled from his mouth. He reached out and grabbed my arm, pulling me slowly off the bed. I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, I was helpless. His outstretched hand clutching my arm, dragging me with him, my body now halfway off the bed, when all of a sudden I could move again. My God, I could move again. I freed my arm, jumped off the bed and ran into the living room and switched on the lights. I turned around and looked into the bedroom. He was gone. Was it a dream? I just couldn't believe what had happened. It seemed so unreal. I looked down at my arm. Blood ran down my arm from a long scratch. It was real. I couldn't believe it. I sat up for the rest of the night. I couldn't get back to sleep. I never had sleep paralysis again, and I never saw that demon again. I wonder now what would have happened to me if he managed to drag me under the bed. I try not to think about it. I may not get sleep paralysis anymore, but one thing is for sure, I still can't shake that feeling like something is coming for me.